Sorry about that. I don't know how it was flipped like that. So, good morning, bows and bow ties. Look, we're going to have to talk about another episode of As the Pearl Turns. Now, look, I meant to come on this weekend, but I was caught up because I had to parent this weekend. I had too many games this weekend and a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I had moments where I had a chance to check in because there is humor in the situation. And instead of having my virtual popcorn, I had crab legs and steamed shrimp. Now look, ciao. So you remember how Pearly Things was talking about how the slaves had a good relationship with the master, so they came back. Well, you know what? She might be on to something. Because even after she has been talking about my Africans and making fun of black people in their time, and it's so much. And there's some other clips I saw this weekend of past conversations or whatever. She's been on a world tour trying to ingratiate herself back to her plantation people. Now look, even after all of that, they were like, she's not a racist. You know what they do? They went right back to her. They continue to platform the racist chick. So now I can't help but just hee haw because the whole manosphere continues to be a bunch of dum dums. And if I had my computer, I would just throw up a graphic of a whole bunch of dum dum lollipops. The jokes write themselves at this point. So, I was checking in when I could. I couldn't check in because, I actually do have a life and kids that I have to look after and some other things. Let me tell you something. I was just kind of like, dumb people will continue to dumb. Self-haters will continue to self-hate. Racists will continue to racist. So many things. I really think that the men in the manosphere, it's almost as if they're suffering from Stockholm syndrome. They can't get away from her. And she continues to pull the Jedi mind trick. So now my understanding from what I believe I caught throughout the weekend, I wish I could have just sat down and listened to huge clips. And I got some huge clips in there that I listened to. But it sounds like she's trying to make I don't know, like a tour, and she's going on. I heard that she was modding in other people's channels. Child. The whole thing is hilarious. So, like I said, I listened to several content creators, and for the most part, I was just thoroughly entertained. I was supposed to have this live this weekend. I just could not make it happen. But yeah, as the pearl turns, it is a soap opera. Okay, it is a flat out soap opera where you've got men who are suffering from Stockholm syndrome, who are in denial or really just don't even care. You have a woman who's basically pulling the strings like a marionette, or is a marionette the actual puppet? I can never remember. Anyway, the point is, she's now trying to flip it to her being the victim. I am enjoying the show because the way I see it is, it's just wash, rinse, repeat. Just new names. This is going to happen again. They will not learn their lesson. And hopefully black women are not inserting themselves into any of these extra conversations. Your job is to be pretty and sit on the sidelines. Now that's probably going to sound like a very non-feminist thing to say. Now, like I've told y'all in other videos, I'm a faux feminist. I'm not a real feminist. I'm only a sometimes feminist. I'm a full-on hypocrite. I'm not a real feminist. So that's why I said sit on the sidelines and be pretty. Just sit there and eat your virtual popcorn. Now, I don't know what you like to eat. Now, for me this weekend, it was steamed shrimp and some crab legs. But what I am going to say is don't get involved in that because you will waste brain cells in cycles that you can't get back unless you just want to be entertained. But do not contribute. You have to let them go through what they're going through. If they keep doing what they're doing, they will continue to keep getting what they're getting. They don't get it. They don't get it. So just want to make a shout out to all the dum dums out there. I want to say that you are providing entertainment, and it's a shame that I have to get my hee haws at your expense. But I don't know what else you want me to do. I mean, I think I'm up to date on who she is, and I can't even keep up with all the Black Manosphere names. There's all kinds of names. I'm like, well, who the heck is that? But you know what? It doesn't even matter. You guys will continue to give me the. Don't worry, Black people will be out here soon doing something stupid. I think right now you got the whole escape thing going on, and I'm like, not that interested. I've heard some of it. I don't care. The girl allegedly stole her sister's money. I'm like, so I just watch how the community at this point is just having a tough time. They're having a tough time. And I'm like, there's no amount of preaching and teaching it to anyone. There's not. So sometimes people, instead of just learning from other people and having wisdom, they have to learn the hard way. So I just sit back and watch because not everybody can be saved, especially not the wiped out Black manosphere. They are going through it. They got low self esteem, weirdo goals. Like the whole thing is weird. They continue to just really bad people that really makes them look bad, and they don't care. So I can't care more for you than you care for yourself. I really cannot. I just cannot. Yeah, that's just where I'm at with it. So I'm just kind of like, you just have to watch a little bit of the train wreck. And I usually don't like to watch train wrecks, but this one has a level of comedy to it. They're like, how did we get here? I'm like, dum dums, you don't know how you got there? So people kept trying to warn you. They kept trying to warn you. So anyway, as the pearl turns, oh man, like I said, the soap opera continues. She is still throwing down. She's going on people's channels. People are still putting on their capes and defending. It was fantastic with a little bit of us all of the show. All right, that's pretty much it. I guess I should just let this one go. I saw what I needed to see. It was hilarious. I hee-hawed, and that was it. I mean, it is what it is. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, comment. Let me know what you think.